If I hear talking, you're saying? Isolation Nation, welcome to the Social Distancing Social Club.
Jesus Christ.
This is day one of me not getting laid, and it's not as bad as you might think.
Yeah, it's fine.
That was my penis talking. And you could hear the sarcasm dripping, couldn't you? And I shouldn't use the word dripping. That's not
Right, exactly.
right word. Hey, it's the Queen of Hearts, okay. I'll get that trick down at some point. I'll figure it out. What a fine day this is. This is pandemic, quarantine, day, fucking whatever. And it is now time for you to meet. See, we're all a big quarantine here. The friends and family in the video front row, but the quarantine is kind of chartered and anchored by 4 legs of a tripod that stands stronger than a 3-legged tripod on account of the extra 1 leg. And that second leg, his name is Steve Hofstetter.
Well, hello, everybody. Ben goes a day without getting laid, and he already can't talk. I'm wearing the Isolation Nation shirt, which has the same green as my green screen. So that's fun. Whee! Okay, anyway. I'm going to be part of
I always knew you were hollow inside, Steve.
So did I. That was,
No soul, just a heckler destroying machine.
Yep. I was shot through the heart earlier, and that's why it looks like this. Anyway, if you want to,
you were shot through the heart, and I'm too late.
Yeah. That you definitely were too late. You got to sound check about 10 minutes after it ended. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support the show, please do so. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com, or of course you can super chat on YouTube. As always, throw in those Facebook stars, throw in those. Well, no one ever does anything on Twitter. Throw in the Facebook stars if you'd like. And with that, let's introduce Mr. Chris Bowers. Everybody, Chris Bowers.
Wow.
What's up, everybody? I'm back in the room with the printer. I know that's Ben's favorite when I have the printer behind me. So I'm in printer land. It's always a fun time when I'm here, so I'm excited.
And you look very corporate. You look a lot more corporate.
Well, you know, when you have a printer behind you, it makes you look like you know what you're doing.
It really does.
It's hard to get a printer. You can't just go buy a printer for $63 anywhere at any office supplies place. You only get that if you have a 40-hour-a-week job. They send you a printer. It's part of the getting your W-2s, I think.
I gotta be honest, Bowers. When you came up with the background, I was like, "Oh, Bowers is back home again," and I'm like, "Wait, no, it's the different home. It's the Midwest home."
Yes, it's
printer home.
My friend Sarah's with the printer home. Yes. So, yeah, I'm excited to be here. Queen Rachel's here. Queen, how are you doing today?
Queen.
Hey, good. I ended up getting a goodie box from Zara. And look at this little guy.
Oh, that's
cute,
adorable.
I bet you did get a goodie box. Okay.
That's adorable. How can I get one of those?
Oh shit!
It starts early.
That was one of those I was asking how I could get, and I just got it.
Nice.
How you doing, Tortilla?
I'm good. We got a pre-show tip from Silver Diamond. He just said, "I love you, Steve, and friends." So
I love that. For some reason I had an
and
insecure
friends.
thought that our pre-show tip was going to be maybe 102 is plenty.
Oh.
Episode number is what he's saying there, Rach, I think.
I know.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was the number of times Ben and Carmel had sex, and that was it. But like the 102nd time was the last one.
Yeah, 101 over the first 101 days they were together, and then the 2 years since, just yesterday.
You just saw, by the way, everybody watching, a comedian experience in real time the absolute worst 1-2 punch you can experience as a comedian, telling a joke, it bombing, somebody explaining the joke, and the person going like, "Yeah, no, I got it."
And then that same comedian explaining what happened. So,
No, that was a good insight, Ben, because you're right. Because there isn't work like when they look at you weird, and you're like, no, don't you? And they're like, "No, I got it the first time. I just didn't think it was funny." You're like, "Oh, fuck, my bad." That is
Not even,
the worst.
Not even corporate Bowers liked my joke.
yeah.
Corporate
Bowers, by the way, Corporate Bowers, your volume is a little bit low, just a heads up.
Okay.
And with that, we had an overnight game, as we often do. And the overnight game, speaking of low volume, are you
The overnight game. Sorry, I turned my volume. I can't do two things at once. The overnight game.
That's why I talked for a bit.
You hear that? So it's you hear that. So it's you hear that, Carmel. But we're doing all kinds of different things. So like.
It was, well, hold on. The full setup, I believe it's passive aggressive confessions in the you hear that form.
Yes. Okay. Sounds good. So Lola had some people only need to say thank you once. You hear that, BT?
She heard it and just said, thank you for the advice.
Thank you. Raz had a press secretary must provide advice on how to deal with media during a presidential campaign. You hear that, Steve?
There goes the one I was going to read.
And by the way, that was actually written as must provide advices. And that's what the advice Steve needed. He did provide advice, I think, once.
Yeah. The thing is, though, Ben has plenty of vices, didn't want to add to them.
That's correct.
No, Ben said, I want to run for president, and I want you to be a press secretary. In advice, and Steve said, I wouldn't do that. And that was the one advice he gave you. So.
He was speaking both about himself and me with that answer.
Yeah.
Exactly. Jessica, I like this one. I think this was about me, not about me, about you guys. Is gym closer for the gym? You hear that, quarantine? Your suit game, you sons of bitches. Let's see.
Hey, I wore a tux once, and y'all told me I looked like a Mormon.
Didn't wear a tuxedo. You wore a Mormon
right now.
suit.
They're unbuckled.
I did not wear a Mormon suit.
I also love how Steve thinks it's a tux just because it's a white shirt. Once you take that jacket off, you're just wearing a white shirt and a tie.
It literally is. The shirt is called a tuxedo shirt. That is the type of shirt it is.
And Bauer's shirt was called a fuxedo shirt, but you don't always go by the labels.
Yeah, because full disclosure, I've never had sex in that shirt. That shirt is a complete lie.
You have sex once the shirt's off. There it is.
That no one likes that.
I tried to be nice.
I try to be under 250 because when I'm over 250, I have to fuck and swim with my shirt on. I don't like it.
At the same time?
Well, no, you can't fuck in water, dude. Unless you're that movie guy.
Oh my God, I just pictured Bowers over 250 with a shirt on being the Elizabeth Berkley part of the floppy dolphin fish fucking from Showgirls, and I want that out of my head for the rest of my life.
You know, the really nice thing, Ben, was that you shared it with the rest of us. That was really kind.
Yeah, that's what I do with the quarantine. We make it a communal vibe. I'm not going to suffer alone.
Yeah, you got to diffuse the nightmares to other people. That way they don't all stay in your head. I know what it is. That makes sense.
Diffuse the nightmares is a great album title.
Well, that might be our new shirt in the store.
There you go. Renee H. had, you're at 10 minutes. You hear that, Ben Morrison?
I really enjoyed that one.
Randy Longmire had, sometimes game entries are funny without puns. You hear that, Jeremy Day? And finally, this was the one that started all yesterday from Barrel. It's Taylor Rachel Bowers never misses sound check. You hear that, Ben? That's where this all came from. This was all roundabout way to shame you one more time. And I will say this, Ben, I am impressed by your ability to not give a fuck. Because you've been shamed about sound check so many times, and yet give no fucks about it. Like, if people give me shit for 3 times about anything, I quit doing that thing the rest of my life. You're like, nah, fuck it, I'm coming in 30 seconds every time. Suck the ball. I love it, man. I appreciate the
and not only that, if I could just add, I have had not even shaming conversations, but just being like, Ben, if you could really get here to 1:45, it would make me a little bit less frantic before the show. And he's like, absolutely, I'm going to start doing that. And the next day, he'll come in at like 12 till. And then the day after that, 30 seconds to the show.
It's amazing. I mean,
I truly think, Ben, that what you're doing is, do you know how, like, as something approaches the limit, like it'll never actually approach the limit. Like, that's what's happening with you in the start of the show. You're getting closer and closer and closer to the point where, like, as I'm going to start just being like, well, and then it's just Ben will start the show. Like, that's...
I'm an asymptote, baby.
You're half right.
Let me just explain something. The one correction I must make, Bowers, is that I totally do give a fuck. I just am the world's worst time manager. Always have been my whole life. It's not like I'm sitting here like loving life, like making an omelet before I'm literally like kicking myself. I'm like, fuck, I wanted to log in early. I can't. I gotta let Henry out. I gotta do this. I don't manage my time well, and I can never get here. For a brief time when Carmel was home a lot when the show started, she would get me to log in and then finish doing the things I had to do at least. And I'll try to start doing that again. I'm very, very sorry.
I also
this
want to
sound
point
check?
out that I want to point out that Ben very generously was like, hey, you should get a dog auto feeder, because I was always worried about like if I'm gonna feed Milton in time when we have to do all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. I should do that. And then Ben does not do that.
Yeah, I instead gave my dog auto feeder to Steve.
Yeah.
So
Which
that
was-
I would.
Which, by the way, has really helped me with time management.
Dana had a suggestion for you, Ben. She tipped the show $40 and said, "How about having Carmel just reset all of your clocks?"
It's a very good idea because she does sometimes tell me that we have to be someplace at like 5, and I swear to God we'll get there at like 5:25, and it's at 6. She does it a fair amount lately.
No, for sure.
Smart.
But cell phones have clocks that are auto set, so I don't know what to do. And I just was gifted watches by a friend of a friend, and I tried to give them away to my brother. He didn't want them. I'm like, I guess I don't want time.
Well, Ben, here's and this is an actual suggestion. This is what helped me because I'm the same way. Is instead of focusing on 28 things a day, just focus on 4. Don't like do a bunch of different business. Like just figure out the 3 things you care about and do that stuff. That's why I get out of bed, I do the show, I go back to bed. It's not. I mean, that's all we do. Like I don't.
It's 4 things, Ben. 4 things. Put on a jacket, do the show, eat a hot dog, T-square. 4 things. You only need 4 things.
And I'm early to all of those.
Especially the T-squaring. You finish early too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think I'm glad I was here. I think this is a pretty good pre-show meeting. Let's do it. Isolation Nation, welcome. Social distancing, social club. It's day 1 of me not having sex again. It's not that bad.
All right, we got a game today.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Sorry,
wait, hold on. I had a couple others I loved from the game, from the overnight game. Can I say them?
Yeah, go for it.
We've got Beryl, who said, "I'm feeling pretty good about donating $2 to the show. You hear that, Mother Teresa?" He also had one that has some pretty good social commentary here. "After 2 years of working at Walmart, I got a raise to $1 below minimum wage. You hear that, Warren Buffett?" There's a pretty great one for Steve here from Dash the Metadog. "Sometimes audience members get so caught up in the moment at a stand-up show they just have to express themselves verbally. You hear that, Steve?"
Time. I hear that every time.
And there's a pretty hilarious one from Jessica Keibel. "Even my school reports state that I speak at inappropriate times. I cannot help it. If you want me unmuted, gonna have to live in fear. You hear that, quarantine?"
Sure as hell do, Jessica.
Love you.
So damn good.
Excellent. Oh my God, her picture is at the Roxy. That's fantastic.
Also,
You just noticed that.
We've had that for weeks.
the Rock. That's
We've had
amazing.
that for weeks.
What's the game today, guys?
Okay, game today. The game today is rhyme and replace, right, Bowers? It's rhyme and replace Rachel's
God
name.
damn it.
So it's Queen Rachel or Rachel Gallagher, however you want to do it. But the point is, you take a piece of her name and rhyme and replace something in it. So, for instance, if she keeps showering every time Zara flirts with her, she's Clean Rachel. Or when she flips us off for being annoying, she's Mean Rachel. So you can do it however it is that you want to do it, as per usual, the way you enter the game, did she just flip me off? The way you enter the game is you comment on any of our streams, but if you want to enter to be eligible for one of the prizes, you throw in your entry with $5 or more on Venmo, PayPal, or Super Chat, and we'll read those at the end of the show and vote on them. So get your entries in.
So is it like if she can't get one of the tips out, she
Holy.
wants to scream Rachel?
Yes. Exactly.
That is a good one.
Oh.
That's a good one.
Somebody's shouting goal in the background. I don't know what that is. Somebody's watching soccer.
Brazil just scored.
Yeah, apparently. And also for those of you who did not know that Queen Rachel's last name is Gallagher, that is true, and that's actually a big part of how Rachel got chosen to become the fourth leg of the tripod, because you might not know this, but Gallagher, the comedian, known for smashing fruit, so Bowers was all in.
All in, baby. I saw him smash all that fruit and not eat any of it. I'm like, this is my favorite comedian of all time. We should find his daughter and put her on our show.
That's right.
I'm his niece. You guys are joking, but I'm his niece.
Are you serious?
No.
Okay. See, mean Rachel right there. That's mean Rachel.
Rachel just floated a fact, conspiracy theory, and then squashed it very quickly.
That was impressive, but also, wait, what?
I'm just saying, I would love to see Gallagher do a Zoom show. Can you imagine him doing the Zoom thing? He's smashing fruit all over his laptop. Fucking camera.
One of the weirdest moments of my life was I usually shut my ringer off before I fall asleep, and one time I completely forgot to, and I had my phone in the living room. It's like 7 a.m. The phone rings. I run to go get it. I'm half asleep, and it's a booker I know, and he just goes, "Steve, I have Gallagher for you." And I was like, "What is am I still asleep? Please tell me I'm still asleep. Why is this happening?" And Gallagher had a question for me about YouTube. And that was and that happened. And I hung up and I went back to sleep. And I've never had a nightmare as bad as that. It was really weird.
Gallagher. I hung out with Gallagher once in Vegas. All the comics who are in Vegas that particular weekend will meet up somewhere and have like a late night party. It's one of the coolest things I've ever done in comedy, to have that in a foreign town. And we all met up at the Vegas Laugh Factory, and we were just getting high and drinking. And Gallagher walks in, hung out. He punched up one of my jokes. We hung out. It was a blast. He was very nice.
He literally punched it up. He's like, "No, you need to punch something in this joke. Maybe smash an orange."
We smashed fruit until morning, dude, and then we smashed until after. My Rodman.
That's what Gallagher calls sex, is smashing fruits. I like that.
Gleib actually has a Gallagher Lakers jersey to commemorate. Anyway, here's the front row.
Front row, Betty. Here we go.
The video front row, the lifeblood of our show, the reason we do all this. Please turn your cameras on and join us. We've got Tam Brown, we've got Frankie Engels Nataro, we've got Hayden Graphics Lemaster. Thank you all for being with us. And we've got Jessica Keibel. Hello. Not from the Roxy. We've got Catherine O'Donnell. And what does Tam's background say? Strange women lying in ponds distributing swords 2020.
It worked for King Arthur. I love it. That's as good a chance as any. I love it. We also have two great comics. It's the comedy duo couple team that we know and love versus Tim McLaughlin is here. Tim, how you doing, buddy?
What up, Bowers? How are you, bud?
I'm good. And his beautiful girlfriend and better half, Myka Fox is here. Myka, how are you?
Hi, thank you for having me and for having Tim.
Also, Myka, if we could just say thank you for having Tim, because that way he's happier. So much appreciated.
You sound like Tim's mom.
It starts already.
Unfortunately, no one has ever thanked.
Minutes in.
No one's ever thanked Tim's mom for having him, so that's unfortunate.
That's true. No, that's not even Tim.
All right, cool guys. Thanks for having us on the show. This is cool.
I'll take it from here, babe.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Stop it. This is the highlight of your month, and you know it.
I know. I got nothing else going on.
How's the new place? Are you guys in the new place you found? How is it?
Yeah, it's nice, man. We got 2 bedrooms for the 2 of us because Myka has a job and needs an office.
I mostly need a panic room.
Yeah.
Where I can get away from like Tim describing episodes of Tom Segura's podcast.
I don't describe the whole episode, just the funny parts.
Once he went on for like 10 minutes straight, and I was like, wait, this is the whole podcast. Shut up.
Anyway, I do that sometimes, but other times I'm describing other podcasts.
Or South Park.
Tim has a podcast where he just describes other podcasts. That's a brilliant move. It's like Talk Super for podcasts. I like it.
It's the Tim McLaughlin after show, and so you only get about. I mean, it's nonsensical gibberish, and I only get about halfway through my thought before I move on. But it's catching on. People are liking it.
Yeah, all the reviews on iTunes just trail off. It's great.
Yeah. It's like, I think he went to go make hot dogs. I don't know what he was doing, but it sounded nice.
I'm listening.
Burping
You got my attention now. Tell me more about these hot dogs you're cooking.
I've been cooking hot dogs on the iron skillet, Bowers. I eat about 3 hot dogs a day. I know you and I are hot dog men.
He means 3 hot dogs a meal. Sometimes 2 hot dog meals a day.
Yeah, sometimes I'll eat 6 hot dogs.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, well, Tim, when you go to a baseball game, do you try to eat a hot dog every inning like a regular person, or do you eat less than that?
Well, here's the thing. Since I eat hot dogs so much at home, I get different stuff at baseball. So I'll get like peanuts and 2 beers at a time, and then another beer, and then I'll get nachos or something that I don't really make at home very often.
Hey, Tim, instead of telling us that, can you just describe Tom Segura's podcast?
Yeah. So, anyways, this week they have Johnny Pemberton on, and it is really a nice time.
Guys, this is awesome. Do you mind if I check out and he just gets it out here?
I don't want him taking anything out here, Myka. That's your problem.
But yeah, the apartment's super nice. We got a backyard now. We have a big New York backyard, which means the backyard next to ours is full of trash. So it's really good, and it's full of mosquitoes, and I have mosquito bites all over my body.
Well, I'm
Just
so
trying
glad
to
that
stick a TV in the back of it.
Yeah, I want to put a TV
you guys got
outside.
a great new place, and instead you chose to recreate the exact look of the last place you were at, and you're smashed into one little narrow hallway there. It's great.
Well, they didn't buy new furniture.
Yeah.
They still have that one bench.
Yeah, well, the bench is outside now, and also this door is not a closet. As you can see, there's blinds that were shipped from Indianapolis,
Wow.
and you can see the outdoors through the blinds. That's our outside.
Ship from Indianapolis. Oh my God. So we're trying to get blinds. I'm like, oh, that's like $40 at IKEA. It's $1,000 through his dad. He's like, he would be offended.
I'm offended. First of all, the family sells window coverings. That's what we do. That's how my dad supports 4 families. He supports 4 families selling window coverings. And Mike is like, oh, we should get them on Amazon. And I'm like, I'm going to murder you. He was like, why is that offensive? And I'm like, this is the dumbest bitch shit I've ever heard in my entire
I'm sorry.
life.
It's just that your dad can't compete with the global market.
And also we got these blinds for free. We got them for free. They're free.
Oh, I was really hoping that your dad didn't even give you guys a discount, and that's why they were so expensive.
It was the closest I've ever come to hitting a woman. It was wild.
All right, how about we do some stuff that's coming?
Yeah.
Silver Diamond tipped the show $10 more and said, okay, let me rephrase. I love you, Steve, Ben, Chris, and Rachel. So thanks for that.
Thanks, Silver, but I liked it the first way better. But that's fine. The second way.
Jane Stewart, $200. It was $100 for the Martin Grant, $50 for the house, and then $25 for each of the comics. She said this is the first time she's been able to watch live, and she got paid. Thank you.
Very cool. Thank you so much,
Jane. And in appreciation for you finally being able to watch live, we brought you couples counseling. So
counseling.
If you're in a relationship, Well, I mean, if you're in a relationship and it's going better than this one, you're gonna feel good about yourself, you know?
Oh.
So you mean if you're in a relationship?
Yeah. I mean, we get along pretty well. I mean, we verbally, you know, really tear each other apart. I mean, mostly it's me getting it, but
this is the best he's ever had, so he doesn't know any better. So
You make a
I live
good
in a
point,
real room now
Carmel.
with a
It could
door.
be worse.
And lastly, we had Tam $5 each and said, "I'm just gonna go ahead and tip the cat right now." Tim and Myka each.
She's
Very
somewhere
cool.
being sweet.
All right, so we're caught up, Rach. Why don't we
Yeah,
get to
we're
a
caught
set?
up.
Let's get to a set. Let's hear from our first comedian. You know him as the boyfriend of Micah Fox. Get over Tim McLaughlin, everybody. Tim McLaughlin.
Thanks, guys. My new credit, the boyfriend of Micah Fox.
do I sit here on top of him?
Yes, you sit here and you shut up.
Okay.
All right. I can't remember if I did this joke last time, but I'm going to do it anyways. Bowers, you're from Richmond, Indiana, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. See, we're Indiana guys. I don't know if you get this when you're out in LA, but like here in New York and when I lived in Chicago, I would get booed all the time when I'd be on stage and be like, I'm from Indiana. And people would be like, boo, boo, that sucks. I hate that. And I hate you. And I'm like, all right, that sucks. And at one time I was on stage and I was like, I'm from Indiana. And this woman was like, that sucks. And I was like, where are you from? She goes, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And I was like, oh, cool. You're from Indiana with a mountain, right? Like most of you guys, like most of the people on here are comedians and you guys have been around this country. This country is 9 cities and the rest of it's Indiana. It's all fucking Indiana, baby. You ever been to Myka State, Arizona, Sand, Indiana? It sucks dick. I've been there. And this is the part where I ask the audience to name states and I say what kind of Indiana they are, but we're not going to do that. I'm just kidding. That's how I get through my act now in the park. I'm doing stand up in the park. I'm going to just say a state. We did a show in the park on Sunday and it was just 2 of the most handsome biracial gay guys with their legs entwined, drinking wine and kissing. And then I went up to host and I'm like, you guys ready for comedy? And they just got up. And I was like, God damn it. These guys were hot and stuff. I wanted to look at them, you know? Anyway. I miss more than anything. I miss going to the movies. That's going to be the first thing I do when this is done and we're allowed to go back to real life. I'm going to the movies. I love going. And Micah's upset I can't go to the movies because she likes when I'm gone. So like, New York is wild. New York is fucking wild going to the movies, man, because people talk all the time. We went to go see The Joker, and it was the first day I had quit smoking. I haven't smoked in like 10 months, but it was the first day I'd quit smoking. We went to see it in Times Square, the worst part of anywhere in America, on the day it came out, and it was packed. And people would not shut their fucking mouths. They would not shut up. And I was so angry the entire time. I like hurt her hand, like gripping her hand because I wanted to smoke. And I also wanted to smoke. I was like, I get how the Joker was made. Like I understood. Like, there was this woman just wouldn't stop talking in the front row the whole time. And then this guy has a coughing attack and it sounded like he was dying. But no one cared because it's New York and just die and be quiet. Just die and be quiet. Woman just goes, stop. Everybody stop. Stop the movie. We can be people right now. And this dude in the back goes, shut up, fat bitch. And I was like, that's my hero. I wanted to do it, but I had so much anger that it wouldn't have come out fun like the way that guy said it. Because I was at Creed. I went to go see Creed 2 with my mom in Indianapolis. And I was like, good. We're in Indianapolis. We're not in New York. This will be a nice movie in the middle of the afternoon. There's 5 people here. There's no way this is going to go south on me. And boy, was I wrong. A man, he made a phone call, and I know that. I know he made the phone call because it was a very quiet part of the movie, and you could hear his phone, and the woman goes, "Oh, sir, I think you have the wrong number." I said, and I was with my mom, but I turned her, I go, "Did you just make a call? Did you go leave?" And my mom goes, "Calm down." When you're doing that kind of stuff with your mom, that's when you know you really got some problems, with your anger, and you should just let it go. It's a movie. I didn't even pay. My mom paid for us to go. So, well, man. Oh, this is fun. I've got because I didn't want to redo jokes, so I have my list of jokes on here that I have never done, and it's going well. But that laugh makes me think it's going bad.
At least they're laughing.
They are laughing, and that's all that matters, huh? But I was before I moved in here with Myka, I was living in a worse neighborhood. And there was a guy one day, a homeless drunk guy dressed like a pirate. He was dressed exactly like a pirate walking down the street. And it brought the neighborhood together. It brought everyone in the neighborhood. People were looking out their windows. Everybody was roasting the dude on the street. Like everybody he walked by had something to say. Like I had to take my headphones out and I was like, what's happening? And he walks by this guy and this guy goes, "Who's the captain now?" And then that was good, And I was like, this is fun. So I started following the guy. Another dude goes, "Where you going, Jack Sparrow, Tortuga?" And I was like, it's not going to get better than that. What a pull. Just Tortuga from the train station, like looked over the train to yell at him. That one didn't go as well, but what are you going to do? I got the light. And I got this, and I'm going to be done after this. I dreamt this joke, so it might be the worst. I want to be part of crime. Like I want to be a criminal, but I'm too much of a wuss, Like I'm scamming the government or whatever, but like that's all you can do really in these days. But I romanticize crime, but then I was like, I can't, because it's kill or be killed in crime, and I'm going to be killed. I'm just going to get killed. And then if I make crime friends, I can't mix them with my comedy friends. Like I can't, like my crime friends can't meet Jeff Sheen. I don't know if you guys like. I hang out with him the most, and he's like stupid and condescending. Like it's. They'll be like, "Does he think he's better than me?" I don't know. I can't tell. But he's making no sense. But he's very condescending. And Jeff's girlfriend is a freegan who eats food out of the trash. And so like these thieves will be like, "Listen, we steal, but not from the trash. That's gross." So that's at noon. So I dreamt that, and it came to me, and I think it's really good. It doesn't have an end, but I think it's pretty good. Thank you guys very much for having me. I did a great job.
McLaughlin jar is open if you want to. So top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com, or of course you can super chat. By the way, Tim, I love that you did a joke about how people boo you because you're from Indiana, and you did a joke about how you started a show and then people in the park left, and you haven't figured out the common denominator. Anyway.
No, I don't think this hat helps. Like, I don't think it helps my whole, I got these glasses. So I got these kind of like Steve, but I'm trying to be cool Williamsburg dad because we live in Williamsburg now.
Yeah, the other reason is why you can't be part of crime. Also, by the way, calling it part of crime is also why you can't be part of crime. Like, no one just shows up, "Hey, I'm here for crime, guys."
Yeah. I'd like to be a part of your crime, please. Get out of here, narc. Fucking narcs here.
I always thought about that with when people talk about how, like, if you make guns illegal, people will just get them anyway. It's like, do you think most people know where the black market is? They just go, I'd like to do a crime, please. Can someone please help? I'll speak to your manager if no one helps me do crime, please. Like, it's
like way more dangerous. It's like making abortion illegal. It's like, yeah, sure, you can get it anyway, but like that gun's gonna blow up your baby.
my God.
Do is you just make a homemade trigger with a coat hanger. Anyway, it's great to have you.
I think Tim could be on a crime team. Tim, you could be like an Ocean's 11 guy because, like, let's say they're going to rob a bank. You go in early and put up blinds over the window so they can't see what's going on in there.
Thank you, Bowers. Someone understands that what my family does is important. Who's gonna watch? Everybody's gonna watch you fuck if we didn't help give everybody blinds.
If you watch him fuck, you'll be blind.
Oh my God! God damn.
Oh, Myka, I mean, it's fun that you're making fun of him about it, but you have a front row seat when that happens. Anyway.
She puts on one of those sleep masks that has ice in it. But like only when we have sex, but she's like, this is the hour when I need my eyes to feel better or something. I don't know.
I let her fuck from behind and I keep the TV on. It's really quite a gift.
And then when I'm finished, she turns around, she's like, isn't Conan funny? And I'm like,
He's like, oh, you're really into doggy style? And she's like, no, I just don't want to look at you. Anyway, Rachel, what do we got coming in?
I'm sorry about everything, Carmel.
I think it's really telling that Myka said, I let him have sex. Not we have sex. He has sex. It's not a group project. I love it. All right, Rach, what we got?
We had Technics, 5 Canadian, $5 for Tim. Unless Myka can say mine before Tim does, then she gets it instead. What's up with him?
Oh.
I think last time they were on the show too, they had this back and forth who was going to get tipped more, and I believe Myka won last time. So.
Oh, do you believe that? Do you believe Myka won?
I was the one that did the tips. Yeah, I do.
The cat's in the way now.
We call it a cameo.
Well, Tim just won.
I was sitting on that too.
Oh, you were sitting on that?
You were sitting on the cat?
Go look into the thing and make everybody believe that and see how cute you are.
All right. We also have Tesha, $5 each for Tim and Myka. The two of you together are an awesome show. Individually, you're great, but the tag team is where it's at.
Aww.
Thanks. You can't leave me.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He already knows that, Myka.
Yeah.
There's actually a joke he didn't tell, but I can read it on his thing. It says, I have to be nice to my girlfriend because I can't afford the apartment. It says all on her own. So I
No, because I can't afford a nice apartment, but she can all on her own.
Oh, okay.
Micah's the only one here on this lease because we applied for another place, but we got booted because my credit was bad and I'm suing my landlord. And I'm like, what the hell? I don't see how any of that's relevant.
I tried to tell him he wasn't going to pay the rent anyway, but it was too late.
All right. We also had Jenny Wheaton, $10 for Tim, in solidarity for living in Sand, Indiana.
Oh, hell yeah.
I feel like it should be called Sandiana.
So Indy Santa. God damn it. Never mind.
Well, I've been doing this joke for 2 years and now I haven't even thought of doing that.
We also had Matthew Plummer, $5. Tim, it doesn't have an end was the absolute best ending. Hilarious sex.
Thanks, man. That's how most of my jokes go.
And his sex. Not everyone's finishing when you have sex. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Bowers, Myka had a good burn on you because you were like, if I get shamed, if I keep getting shamed for things, I stop doing them. Go, Myka.
And I was like, I guess someone needs to shame you 3 times for eating second breakfast. Pretty rude.
Pretty rude.
Thanks for the assist, Tim.
You're welcome. I forgot it. That made me laugh earlier.
The best part of that burn was how well timed it was.
Yep.
Yeah, they're like a sand volleyball team. They set each other and spike it down. It's pretty good. I like what you're doing.
Look, you guys are incredible. You really need I think you need your own show.
Okay. Well, we're working on it.
My point in saying that is thank you for being here. And our next guest.
Tim, could you leave during my set?
Oh yeah, I'll go away.
We have a lot of tips coming in for Tim. We've got.
Fuck yeah.
I like how you said that like it was surprising.
Well, everyone sees how I'm emotionally abused.
Dude, we actually have a lot coming in for Tim.
Bowers, are you saying that you like that Rachel's being honest? Anyway, sorry.
Maybe because some of them are including Myka. Peter Amsel, 5 Canadian each for Tim and Myka each. Courtney, $10 each for Myka and Tim. 2 of my favorite comedians. So glad you're back on the show together. Jess, $20 for Tim. This is for a bus pass. So when you start bothering her, you can go find somebody who gives a shit.
So that's really for me.
He's trying to get me coronavirus.
Look, Tim is very funny. Tim always gets a laugh. Just one, right in the middle of his last name.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that felt good. That was a good one.
Thank you.
Christopher Capo tipped $10 for Tim. Since Myka did a bad cat pun, she gets no money. Good job, Tim.
Hell yeah, dude. That rules.
Amina Sala, $10 and said, Tim, we felt it wouldn't make a difference since you give all the money. Is that Jess yelling?
Yeah, that's it.
So Amina Sala, $10 and said, Tim, we felt it wouldn't make a difference since you'd give the money to Myka for rent anyways.
It's cute. You think he pays rent? That's nice.
I bought half of the groceries.
You got all the groceries too.
So that means she can have those 3 hot dogs?
Oh, he gets 4, 8 come in a pack.
Yeah, he pays for half of the groceries, but eats 8/10 of it. So
Tam tipped another $5 and said it's a pity tip for Tim.
Oh, wow, that's good. People think that that's bad, but I think it's good.
I had a feeling.
I have a question for Tam. Are you into Forged in Fire?
I am not familiar with it, no.
You're living here with the strange women with swords. I was like, sweet, right in my wheelhouse. Forged in Fire.
I already had one of your kind. I got rid of him a long time ago.
Oh no, one of my kind. Wow. Unbelievable.
I don't know what my kind is, but
fast comer.
I guess. She just didn't want to hear you describe half an hour of an episode of Forged in Fire.
Oh, it's pretty great. They make a sword on every episode.
And then we had a tip for the show come in from Alan McQueen, £5. All of you do a great job, and I can't stop laughing. So thanks, Alan.
Thank you much. And that's what we have Tim on the show for.
We caught up, Rachel? Are we caught up?
Frank Moritz just tipped him $5. Yep, and now we're caught up.
Now we're caught up.
Thank you guys. That was really nice. That's nice, everybody.
Good job, Timmy.
Good job. Oh, we did. Thank you, Ben. We did miss. We've got a new Patreon, a new patron. So Brian O'Connor, thanks for being in the front row level. So appreciate that.
Welcome aboard.
So I want to talk real quick before we move into Myka, just because I was going to talk about this yesterday, and the show was so packed and everybody on it. So I spoke at a school Monday and Tuesday, and we have to feel so sorry for high school administrators or any school administrators right now, because they are in such an impossible position. It's crazy. Like, they did a great job. All the kids were 6 feet apart. They all wore masks. They were all doing what they were supposed to be doing. Like, we didn't have them do any of the stuff normally. They were, and the kids were great. They were awesome. They were listening. They were doing the right thing. But the guy who's the principal at this school told me that in June they sent out an email that said, basically, here's what we're doing. And this is before they had a mask mandate in Ohio. But he said, what we're going to do is there's going to be 2 options. One is online school. You can do all online. We'll take care of the cost. We'll help support it, whatever. Or you can come to school if you follow our guidelines. And at that moment, their guidelines are going to be masks on the bus, masks in the hallway. They wouldn't wear masks in the class because they were going to be socially distanced, blah, blah, blah. Within 2 minutes, he got 2 emails. One said, oh, my son will never wear a mask, you fascist piece of shit. And you're not taking away his senior year, so he's not doing this online bullshit. He's coming to school. And the second email said, oh my God, you idiot. How can you not have them have masks in the class? They have to have masks the whole time. And my daughter can't do online because I have to work. She has to come to school. So what the fuck do you do with that? Like, there's two different sides. Like, Jesus Christ. And they live in a state like Ohio's all levy-based. So they had to vote on their funding every 5 years. So you piss off the town, they won't vote. It's just fucking crazy. So I don't know what the hell we're doing, but I wanted to.
And with that, Chris Bowers announces his run for the president of the United States of America.
I would like to formally announce that Ben will be his press secretary. See how easy it is, Ben.
I can't wait. I can't wait. My first strategy for Bowers is.
That's actually about what I did on your campaign, so that's perfect.
That's my slogan, Bowers.
Yeah, it's. I mean, but that's where we are right now. The same time where everyone on the left is like, I can't believe it's Biden and Harris, like they're so centrist, and then everyone on the right is like, those pinko commies, and it's like, what the fuck is even happening right now? Yeah, that's where we are.
It's been. So I guess my point is, if you know a high school principal or any sort of school administrator or teacher, give them a hug or do something, because it's. I mean,
not a hug, maybe not a hug right now.
Yeah, not a hug. Sure. A virtual.
Throw money at him and run away.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, this shows you how out of place the world is in. Is that this show has become one of the few safe havens of community and warmth, and all we do is talk shit to each other constantly.
We're literally watching a couple that's not even married somehow get a divorce. Like, it's.
I had to sign a prenup.
You don't want her to get all that blind money, Tim.
Right. I said, listen here, lady.
And America is signing a prenup as well, because it's something that you need to have. Kanye 2020.
You hear that, Carmel? Okay.
Wait.
Rachel, we got anything coming in before we get to Myka?
Yeah, last couple things. So Technics tipped Tim 2 more Canadians and said, forged in fire.
Hey.
Hell yeah, dude. This guy gets it.
Please talk to him later.
And then Sarah Parsons, 14 Canadians, said, I just discovered this show and it's perfect after work wind down. It's Canadian fun, so you might want to convert it now before it loses all value.
We appreciate that, but don't worry. We take American dollars, and that's also losing value. So
I've been on record saying money's not even going to exist in almost 3 or 4 days. Like, we're 3 or 4 days till there's no more money, if we really want to go with my prediction.
You definitely
Tim's
are
like
on record saying that.
Yesterday from having no money.
Worst part is that she keeps yelling.
What?
Like, I hear it, and then it's loud too. You know, it's a double bad.
Double Bad, by the way, is the name of their joint album. So if you want to check that out.
Dressed as Michael Jackson, and there's a little kid in between us.
Oh.
All right.
Oh,
Hey, vintage ladies. I have no transition to that, but I'm just trying to change topics.
No, Steve, that's a perfect album. It's each has their own album. It's like those double CDs you used to get back in the day. So it's like a double album, and it's just Tim McLaughlin, Myka Fox, Double Bad. God damn, that's perfect.
Wait, Bowers, is that the joke I just made?
It gets worse.
Yeah, I'm saying it's perfect. I love it.
Okay, I appreciate that.
No,
I was like,
Steve,
you were
shut up.
just.
It's 2 discs. It's 2 discs. It's not 1 disc. It's 2 discs. You had a joint album. I had a double CD. That's what I'm saying. I was making a double CD joke, but whatever.
Well,
I was adding. I was tagging. I was yes-anding your joke, Dick, not explaining it.
Hey, look,
I thought you were
look,
literally
vintage
being like,
lady.
wait, Steve, that
Hey,
last joke, and I'm like, I'm the one who said it though.
No, I'm saying you were.
Look
Go
at
ahead,
that
Ben. Change the
ladies
subject.
there. Yeah.
Rachel, we caught up. Let's get to Myka.
Yep, we're caught up.
All right. Hey, coming up next, Tim dreams about jokes. She dreams about Tim. Myka Fox, everybody.
Hey, thanks for having me. Am I screaming too loud, Tim? Is this awful for you? Okay, all right. Good. And this has been the best. I know I joke about hating Tim, but this is really the best it's ever been compared to the rest. Like the lockdown's the longest I've gone without losing a lighter. Things are great. I mean, we do a lot of outdoor shows. I don't know, I don't. New York has like no fucking space outside, and yet we have like a million outdoor shows. And it's crazy because like you walk around with your mask on. The second like you get to a group of people, that's when you take your mask off. Like I don't know I don't know if you guys are hanging out with people out there. Like there's like a unwritten rule now where it's like as soon as you sit down, you don't have to wear a mask. Like that's when COVID doesn't catch you. You guys like we have outdoor dining. It's like everyone, you have to wear your mask. As soon as you sit down, it's like, it's all right. Like that's your like 6 feet of space. You claimed it. And now, you can't, what's the word?
It's a warm virus. So
Thank you.
Rises.
It doesn't even make sense, but I like that.
I don't know, man.
Have you guys tried eating outside? I don't know if I did it once. It seems like, I was like, I'll test it out. I'll just do like the easiest thing you could do. So I was like, I'll go to a cafe. I get a glass of wine, right? So I wear the mask and then I sit down. I'm like so excited. I take the mask off and then the waiter comes over and he's wearing a mask. So, I'm like, shit, I guess I'm a piece of shit. So you got to put the mask on to talk to him. So I'm like, hey, I make my order and then he walks away and I'm like, sweet, mask off time. I'm really living. And then he comes back with the wine. You got to stick it back on. And, and I'm like, and he's like, how is it? I'm like, I don't know. I can't fucking drink through a mask, man. Maybe walk away 6 feet, so like he walks away, I drink the wine, he comes back, how is everything? And I'm like, it fucking sucks, get the hell away from me, I'm just like, I'm trying to save your life, buddy, stop trying to get a tip, or that tip's gonna be covered in virus. And it's so funny how like everyone's reacted to it too, like this is like everyone's so sad to be stuck in their homes. I'm like, this is like the most exciting time in your life, and everyone is acting like, oh no, I'm gonna die of boredom, like ooh, that was a deep throaty one. That was like you're laughing while you're catching the virus. It's just like to Chris's point about it's like everyone's got such like varying degrees, like COVID surging in Florida and yet like Disney World's opening up and I'm like, I don't know, it's a small population pretty soon. Good? Is that a good pun?
Yeah.
Did I lose a lot of money there too?
Yeah, that was good. It's a small population after all. That's fun. I get it.
I don't know. I'm just excited because the lines are about to be a lot shorter. I was anti-mask at first, it felt so restrictive, but now I'm like completely on board. I was like sitting at a park the other day and some guy came up to me and was like, hey, Myka. And I didn't recognize him. And, he had the mask on. So it was like perfectly okay for me to be like, who the fuck are you? Like, this is brilliant. I can be a rude asshole who doesn't recognize people like for the rest of my life. You just keep the mask on. Not a problem. I think the worst people are getting the worst. Gotta be the children, just getting the shit beat out of them every day. No one's looking, no one knows. They can't go to school. No teachers to rat on them. People were upset about like during the Black Lives Matter, they made the black Band-Aids. I'm like, they had to. They just ran out of white ones. All the kids are getting beaten. Is that good? See, Tim, this is how you try new jokes, right?
Yeah.
Ah, God. We're moving along.
Moving along.
I said at the beginning of, like with everyone being at home, this is like the perfect time to teach your boyfriend how to fuck. I didn't, so now I feel like it would have been the perfect time to teach your boyfriend how to fuck. I think living with him though is still like better than what it used to be. I used to Airbnb my apartment, so because even without Tim, I'm still living well enough to have 2 rooms. And Oh, good. But like, living with an asshole is better than living with a stranger. I once like had this girl move in, and she was just like had like compulsive disclosure disorder. She would just like talk way too much too soon. Like she was like dragging her luggage up the stairs, and she's just like, even though I'm very beautiful, I'm very insecure. And I'm like, you don't know what both of those words mean. All right. You guys, this has been really fun. Tim, I love you.
I love you.
Then I got him to say it. You guys owe me 10.
Oh my God.
Thank you, guys. I've been great.
Myka Fox. Tip jar is open. You could tip. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You could PayPal at sdscshow.com, or of course, you can super chat. Myka, I love the joke about how you're doing well enough to afford 2 rooms, but you have to rent one out to strangers on a daily basis. That really shows how well you're doing. So please throw in some tips so she doesn't have to Airbnb during a pandemic.
I like this. See, here's how you know Myka and I get along. But both, I don't think she listened to the end of my set, but I said, thank you, I'm great. And then she also said, thank you, I'm great.
Oh, no, I stole it.
Oh, you stole it. Well, either way, we both believe it.
Yeah.
And,
I also like that there was part of Myka's set where she walked Tim.
The cat was getting into some trouble, so I had to get her out.
Well, Myka, you're right. The mask is that, like, when at that school, I was wearing a mask and the shield, and I had my microphone inside or whatever. And it was, you can't really breathe, and I couldn't push my glasses up. And I have a whole bunch of more respect for Darth Vader now than I ever did before. I think I realized why he was so pissed off the whole time.
It's probably why I was evil, yeah.
Yeah. I'm choking you because I've been choking this whole time. Well,
Good riff, gang.
Rachel, what do we got?
Quiet roast of the show. All right, Jenny Wheaton tipped. So beside all the other tips that came in during Tim's set, we had Jenny Wheaton, $10 for Myka. Disney won't be happy until it kills off everyone's parents. All right. Technics Canadian 333 and said, Myka, see Tim, this is how you try new jokes. Cracked me up. We had Matthew Plummer, $5. Myka, hilarious, but this is for Tim because I want him to win this time.
Hell yeah, dude. Man, we've had it too hard for too long.
And there's a few more coming in. I just got to catch up.
I don't think you've ever been too hard, Tim. That's what I'm hearing from
Dude, no. Here, you want to hear some real shit, which is fucked up? I got
this will be.
Wait, could you? Are you giving us the choice?
Yeah.
If so,
he never gives you a choice. He just starts going.
Myka, no, not in the Me Too era, please.
Tim raped me last night.
No, Myka, I did not. She fell asleep at 9 p.m.
So that it's consensual if it's before 9 p.m.
This is not good. This is not good content that people like to hear or should ever believe. No, but I did get like real hard in my sleep, and then I got a rug burn on my dick in my pants while I was sleeping. I woke up with a burn on the top of my penis.
You should probably not go to sleep wearing a rug.
It's an Afghan. It's nice.
It's a merkin.
Ooh. I don't know if you could possibly get a rug burn in your pants while sleeping. I think your lady's burning your dick.
Well, that's possibly true. I don't know. Here's the thing. I figured I'd wake up, but I'm like in a real light sleeper.
Do you have
it was
burlap
wild.
pajamas?
I woke up. What?
Do you have burlap pajamas?
No, I'm wearing my pajamas right now. This is how
of course you are.
You're still wearing them.
That rubbed your dick?
We could have used a much smaller microphone.
Just want to make the point that they are in New York City and it is 7 p.m. there. Just.
Well, when you don't work all day, you're always dressed not to.
Dress for the job you don't have.
Want to have. That's what I do.
Yeah. All right, Rach, catch us up.
Yep. We had Jess, 20 bucks, and said, "Let me get something straight. I'm confused. Were you just lonely a lot, or were you taking hostages?"
Yeah, a little of column A.
Matt Johnson tipped $5 and said, "For beers after Myka and Tim discover their Brooklyn backyard is made of 50% broken glass." And then I think we're caught up.
We're caught up for now. Cool.
Yeah. So
are we ready to play the game?
Let's play the game.
Play the game. All right.
So the game.
So again,
today,
rhyme and replace Rachel's name. Let's go.
So here's some of the unpaid entries. Andrew Kerr. If she wore a cheesehead hat, she'd be Green Bachel.
Do you not know how to pronounce your own name? It's Green. It would be Bachel. Would rhyme with Rachel. That's your name.
It works.
Your name.
And I chose this one.
And you picked it, yes.
You picked it. You think your name is Rachel?
It can be.
Oh my God! Have we been saying it wrong the whole time?
The whole time.
Queen Rachel. Okay. Good.
You know what's fun about having a Jewish girlfriend? If her first name isn't Rachel, her middle name is. I don't know if you guys know that.
He meets one Jewish person.
It's just a time, baby. I met two to make the joke work.
By the way, that is Tim. That is ridiculous, and my sister's middle name is Rachel.
Carl.
You hear that, Carmel Rachel?
Carl had.
I'm begging you.
When she's playing the game, we are all hashtag Team Rachel.
Nice.
I always win.
I forget that these are always going to be real nice to her because no one's ever mean to
They're
Rachel.
cute.
These are all going to be like,
They're all
when
really
she's
great.
beautiful and the perfect person. She would have. Okay.
Yeah, she's
Bowers.
Dream Rachel.
Bowers. Wait till I go.
Okay, well, I've got one.
Great.
I got a few.
I had to leave early today. I forgot to tell you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Two more unpaid I thought was funny. Razor had, in honor of her impressive quarantine sex record, she's Queen Fallacial.
You rhymed, right? You rhymed
That
right.
one she pronounces correctly.
I know, good fallacial. And then this one's gross, but I liked it. It was clever.
The last one wasn't gross? Okay.
This one's worse.
Wait, can I guess?
Yes.
Is it Queen Facial?
No.
Okay, because that's gross too. So go ahead.
That's gross too. D Universe apologizes to me first and then says, "When she learns how to squirt when she orgasms, stream Rachel."
Oh God. That was way worse than mine. My apologies.
I don't even know if this is a hot take, but if you have to apologize before you say it, maybe don't say it.
That's coming from Tim.
Yeah.
I also am lying.
You what not to say? Fucking listen.
Yeah.
Oh man, I met our upstairs
Oh,
neighbors.
God.
We had a big party on Saturday, and I met.
And everyone was tested ahead of time, and we all wore masks.
That's right. And the people upstairs yelled down at like 3 a.m. It was me and Tom Takar and Kevin that were left at the party. And they were like, "Come up, bring your tequila, come up here." And so we went up there and they were like, "Oh, so who's the new neighbor?" And I was like, "Me, my girlfriend's downstairs. Some guy's banging her right now. You know, I'm real into that. I like when guys bang." And they were like, "What? What are you talking about?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm just real into black cuck porn. I don't know if you guys." And Tom was like, "I think we should go."
I just want to know who told you.
The second worst part of that story was that you guys are spreading the disease around. That's the second worst part of that story.
We have a real big backyard. No one was that close.
Yeah.
All right, and so this is where we vote. Starting with these entries. So we'll start with our live audience. Let's go to Tam first.
So when Mike Paramore was flirting with Zara, that led to Mean and Green Rachel. And I know being interrupted is quite routine, Rachel. You flip off everyone so much, it's not even obscene, Rachel. With some of the jokes, she becomes eye-rolling, Rachel. I think you're quite peachy keen, Rachel. And I gotta go. Bye, y'all.
Okay. Bye, Tim.
Bye, Tim.
Okay, Hayden. Let's go to Hayden.
No. All right. I had the administrator of a college, Dean Rachel.
Nice.
Nice.
Wearing all denim, Jean Rachel. She leaves a guy on red, seen at 8:30 p.m. Rachel. And it's a bit of a stretch, but listening to Freddie Mercury music, Queen Rachel.
Love it. Love it.
Anybody else in our live audience have any? Catherine? Nope. Okay. So then these are the other entries. We've got Jeremy Day. If she was like another famous queen, guillotine Rachel. Amina Sala. When she's feeling gassy, she's queef Rachel.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, shut up, Tim.
By the way,
I don't think that's how that works.
No, not really.
All of these are either like super complimentary or totally gross, and there's been nothing in between, Rachel.
According to what we learned yesterday, there's been lots in between, Rachel.
Just one this quarantine, Rachel.
Lots of times.
Yeah, that's true. We've got Jeremy Day on behalf of Andrea. When her murder trial comes back from recess, reconvene Rachel.
Hashtag Rachel's innocent.
Hashtag poison pasta.
Gus Walsh. If she were to have an, I don't know this, adamantium skeleton?
Adamantium.
Okay, that one. She would be Wolverine Rachel.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Tam on behalf of Andrea. That summer after college that she never speaks about, Philippine Rachel. Matt Burnett. When you're hanging out with Rachel by a campfire and you get hungry, Rachel marshmallow her. Rachel marshmallow her.
We have a winner.
Your last name's Gallagher.
Marshmallower.
Marshmallower. Okay, yeah, that rhymes kind of.
Matt Burnett. When she hangs out with Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, and the British royal family, and then she doesn't kill herself, Epstein Rachel.
Oh, God.
You wonder when it's gonna get there.
Jonathan S. When another host asks, Rachel, do we have any tips? She's intervene Rachel.
Nice.
Jeremy Day. If she's wearing a wetsuit like when she was on the jet ski, she's neoprene Rachel.
Neoprene.
Neoprene Rachel.
How do people know this many words?
Thank you, Tim.
In fairness, Tim, Rachel doesn't.
Jonathan S. This is a bit of a Ben entry. When you enter the game, she's queen. Pray she'll pronounce your game entry correctly. Lola, when she goes to the spa, she gets a queen facial. That's a nice way to use the word facial.
That's how I meant it.
Sure. It's really good for your skin.
I'm gonna sell that. What's that sock confession?
I just heard it. I just heard that.
Oh.
Though I do have nice skin.
Amina Sala.
That could be a coincidence.
You want to intervene, Rachel?
Oh, yes, I do. When she tries to read big words, she's queen unable. Hot diggity Laura. Oh no. Zara's favorite spa treatment, a Rachel facial.
Oh, there you go.
Brian Slivka. When she goes camping and has to shit in the woods, she's latrine Rachel. Renee Hutchison. When it's a Rachel and Taylor mashup, she's inseam Rachel. Owingo Boingo, long last name. If she owned a lot of art on display, she'd be Rachel Gallery.
Okay.
Could it have been Oingo Boingo?
Yes, that's it.
That's a running joke, Myka.
Oh, okay.
The first
Very
time
polite,
it's supposed
though.
to be that.
Yeah. Well, I've gotten used to politely correcting mispronunciations.
It's fair. Hot Diggity Laura. When Rachel gives her one finger salute, she is Queenie Mussolini. And then there's Amina Sala. When Ben's puns run on for too long, she's gonna need some caffeine Rachel.
Nice.
His puns or his shows, one or the other.
Ouch.
Oh, snap.
His
Wow.
shows have been awesome.
Really long.
Renee Hutchison, in collaboration with Raz. When the show gets weird and Rachel has to read general, she's intervene Rachel.
Nice.
All right, and that's all of them.
All
right, time to
Cool.
vote.
I liked a lot of them. I like the guillotine Rachel, but I think I'm going with Epstein Rachel just because I thought the explanation was great and then it was a solid punchline at the end. So I'm going Epstein Rachel. Myka, what was your favorite one?
Well, by the way, I just want to say real quick, Myka and Tim only get one vote. It's not because you're on screen together. It's just because Tim doesn't have enough credit to vote. So.
Sounds right to me.
What are you, a
So should we-
Republican? trying to keep the voting, trying to keep the vote down so you'll win, you jackass.
You guys each get a
Mike-
vote. What's your favorite?
Myka, what's your favorite one?
I don't. Tim doesn't vote anyway.
I'm mailing mine in.
Yeah,
Tim,
he's mailing his
sure.
life in.
Tim, pretend it's an all-star game.
Oh, if it's an all-star game, I'm going with. Are we allowed to vote for the stream, Rachel? The one that I criticized.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, well, I'm voting for the squirting one.
Oh wait, no, that was
Oh, that was unpaid.
that was an
All right,
unpaid
then
one.
Epstein. I'm always going Epstein, baby.
Myka, what's your favorite?
I liked the pray she'll pronounce your thing right. The one I just
Alright,
didn't pronounce
Prachel.
right.
Queen Prachel.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Rachel, all right. Rachel, what's your favorite one?
I think Hayden and Tam had some really great ones. I liked Guillotine Rachel, but I'm gonna give it to Epstein Rachel.
Nice. Ben.
R.I.P.
There were some,
Who are you, Trump? He was a very nice person. I feel bad.
I wish
for
him well.
there were some really great ones, of course. I think my favorite must have, because it was so true, was Tam's entry of being interrupted is quite routine. These mugs are available in our store, by the way. SDSCshow.com. Check those out. But that is my vote, though. Getting interrupted is quite routine, Rachel. Very good.
All right, Steve.
I can't vote for any other except for Epstein. Rachel didn't kill themselves. That's too good.
Or anybody else.
Yes.
Anybody.
Just for making sure that's clear. All right. Awesome. So that is the winner, Epstein. You know how to claim your prize, sdsc.com.
SDSCshow.com.
Oh, show. Sorry.
Well,
Tim and Myka, do you guys have any entries? You want any rhyme and replace you want to do?
I was trying to think of something with Gallagher, and then I realized I can't do it, and I felt bad about myself, and then I stared off into the abyss of my
You can just say
life
no.
for a while, and so so no, I don't.
Yeah, a synonym for that, Tim, is no.
Yeah.
He's heard it so many times. You'd think he'd have. It would have come to him.
Yeah, between Myka and Booker's. Anyway,
Jessica Keibel just raised her hand, by the way. Jessica, do you have something?
Let's see what happens.
Hey guys. So my favorite Rachel bit was Caveman Day, and draws on her face with cosmetics. She's Maybelline Rachel.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Done. Maybe
We
she's
also
born with
had-
it. Maybe it's permanent marker.
Courtney, I know her video's off, but she sent in a bit of a late entry. She said, if she was a country in East Africa, she's Queen Seychelles.
Ooh.
Wow.
Nice.
I just had one. I had when she thinks of Zara, she flips her bean, Rachel.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Yeah, bro.
Are you crossing that off your list, Steve?
I'm crossing one that I had a joke about her being tortilla and she's being refried bean, Rachel.
Oh my God.
Better way of using the word, so
I'm so glad Zara isn't here today.
Oh, I got
Rachel, you got any for yourself?
No, I don't have any.
Ben, you got some?
I only have 43 of them. I'm kidding. I have 6.
All right, I got more than that, so we'll go back and forth.
Great.
All right, I'll start. When she takes a drug meant for lupus for something else, she's hydroxychloroquine, Rachel.
That's a really good one.
When we have to stop Rachel from overdoing her eyebrows, we have to wean Rachel.
When she's in a city with absolutely no Wi-Fi, she's Eugene, Rachel.
When she spends too much time on her eyebrows, she's preen Rachel.
When Zara finds out that Rachel's had a boyfriend this whole time, she's Queen Betraychel.
After she sees Zara, she's, instead of Rachel Gallagher, Rachel gay for her.
When her boyfriend leaves and she FaceTimes Zara, she's when the cat's away, the mouse will playchel.
Instead of Rachel Gallagher, she is Rachel bad with words.
When she refuses to read the chats because she's mad at us, she's Queen Disobeychel.
And this last one was kind of already sort of said, and I probably shouldn't have saved it for last then, but not quite in this way. When we tell jokes she doesn't like, she is Queen Eye Roll.
I've got a couple more. When she realizes she's on a show that's beneath her, that's because we demean Rachel. When Ben turns her into one of his vintage ladies, she's figurine Rachel.
It will happen. It will happen.
When Bowers, Ben, and I are just running on fumes, she's Dame Mas Gasoline Rachel. When she stars in a beloved children's book, she's the Velveteen Rachel. When she absolutely hates this game, she's Make a Scene Rachel. And, of course, since she is a gem, she's Aquamarine Rachel.
My birthstone.
Oh, look at that. Nice work. All right. Well, we did it, everybody. Nice work. We got through another one. Tim, Myka, where do we find you guys? What's your social medias, or what's your next big party with masks and social distancing?
My next big party is whenever Tim moves out.
Oh.
That sucks double because I like to party.
You know, just my name and all the socials, MYKAFOX on Twitter and Instagram, or unless you want to come to New York and see me perform in a park for like a bunch of drunks.
I don't think it's a bunch of drunks in the park, but it might be now.
Mhm.
You can follow me on Instagram at hot_comic69, and Jeff Sheen and I, comedian Jeff Sheen, bad person, bad friend. He and I do a show on Twitch every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern called The Worldly Show with Jeff and Tim, and it's on the Comedy Hub TV network. And we are on we've got it on iTunes and Spotify, and I just put all the episodes up on YouTube. We just had Joe List on last week, and that one was really fun. So if you want to check that out, it's The Worldly Show with Jeff and Tim. We invented doing shows on the internet, so kind of our thing.
Good job.
Makes sense that Myka prefers doing shows for 3 drunks in the park.
Yeah.
Instead
As
of 2
opposed to
drunks
at
in her
home.
apartment. Yeah, exactly. Well, thanks, guys. We appreciate you. Were fun as always. We will see you guys soon.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, no problem. You can find me at Bowers Comedy. My podcast Dockheads is on Apple Music or iTunes, whatever the podcast thing is. And then this weekend, I will be at the St. Louis Helium Friday and Saturday with Todd McComas, 7:30 and 9:30. I'm sure they have a website or something. Go check that out. Ben.
Thank you, Bowers. I have tomorrow night, You're the Game Show at Nowhere Comedy Club. If you want a chance to win cash prizes and laugh along the way and test your trivia knowledge and be crowned the smartest person on the internet. That is what you are crowned if you win. Get a ticket, nowherecomedyclub.com. And if you use the code SDSC, you can get a ticket for just $10 when you check out. So do that. We'll see you there. You win some things.
Steve.
As for me, I have my director's commentary show coming up on Sunday. I also have Ask Us Anything with Daniel Muggleton every Saturday. And, of course, my headlining date at Nowhere Comedy Club is coming up in about 2 weeks at the end of the month. And, Rachel, what about your show?
Yeah, thanks, Steve. So my next show at Nowhere Comedy Club is next week on Thursday, the 20th. It's Comedy Juice Presents. It's going to be best of SDSC comics. So I've booked just a bunch of our favorite comics. Bowers will be on there. We've got Kristen Key, Katrina Davis, BT, and quite a few others. So you can get tickets at nowherecomedyclub.com.
Before saying that, I really should have said, take it away, Joel. That was my fault.
Oh, clever fuck.
Your show should be really funny at Nowhere. I look forward to it because I've never seen this show, so I'd like to be introduced to those comics.
They're very good.
He's just trying to get booked on it.
Yeah. Any tips?
Please do make an appearance. I would love that.
Might happen.
We had a couple things to catch up on. So Christopher Lisa tipped the show £5. Frank Moritz, $10 for Bowers. That bean joke killed, and this is for your work with the kids. Thank you for all you do.
I love to get tipped by flipping a bean joke and then asked to talk about like work with the kids. That's probably not the thing. We probably should separate those two into 2 different comments, but I appreciate it.
Well, he put it all in one.
Well.
And then Peter Amsel, $5 more for Myka. And he said that the first tip was for the great faces you were making during Tim's set.
Nice. Very cool.
That's it.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
I'll see you guys on Friday.
See you guys. Audience, thanks so much for being here. You guys have been awesome. As always, we love you guys. We will see you on Friday. So another great show. I will be away from the printer. I'll be in St. Louis Friday and Saturday. Then I'll be home in Los Angeles next week. So this is the last show at the printer for a long time. So we will see you on Friday.
All right. We're going to have to get Bowers a new printer. By the way, when she falls off her jet ski, she's submarine, Rachel. Okay, I've done too many of these. My point is, we appreciate you guys. As always, thanks for being part of the quarantine, Rachel.
When she was younger, she was tween Rachel. I know. I'm sorry. Just 1 second. My only point was that I feel like maybe just, if possible, once every 4 months would be awesome. Now think about it, you guys. That's exciting. And let me just leave you with this.
Did you ever think, Ben, that she was going to have sex with you and then you were too late to the bedroom, so she just gave up?
Oh my God, did Ben miss sexual sound check?
Very interesting. Should I not refer to foreplay as sexual sound check? Is that
well, you definitely shouldn't lean in and say, is this thing on? Sorry, go ahead, Ben. It's your turn.
I just want you guys to know that when I was in Shanghai, I acquired a timepiece, and this is it. And it has not worked in 5 years. Good night, everybody.
What's in the watch?
What's in the watch?